Hello everybody, I'm Daniel Gotera here at Texans training camp. Day 4 in the books, and it did get a little heated. I'm not talking about the heat itself. I'm talking about how tensions got a little high during some team activities. Other than that, things are going smoothly here at Texans training camp. I tell you what, we've talked about it many times on these recaps, but Davis Mills continues to impress. He's throwing the ball where it has to be. His receivers are making nice catches. Connor Weddington, for example, a teammate of his at Stanford, had a big day out there. A lot of these receivers jockeying for position within that room, trying to get a leg up on one another as they head into the first preseason game next week against the Saints. As for some of the reactions after practice, let's hear from them. Lovie Smith, the head coach, talked as usual. We also heard from offensive lineman Titus Howard. He is getting back to his natural position of right tackle, and Titus is excited about that. We also talked to Tavier Thomas, and we talked to Jonathan Grenard, who last year was a huge success along that defensive front. He's looking to build off of that too. Here's the sound from today's practice.
You see little signs of improvements each day. We continue to put in situational football. Our quarterback continues to take care of the football. We're getting better, but of course we have a long ways to go. The goal, as much as anything, is to let guys get on video, reps, before we start playing games. And right now we're getting a pretty good look at players that we need to really evaluate. Each day we get a couple of nicks, but no major injuries, which is also a good thing.
I think we all understand what happened last year. We understand that that's not our standard. That's not what we want to do. And we got a lot of guys who believe in that same thing. So overall, we all not going to just come out here and practice and to go forward and win 4 games again. No, we're trying to be better than that, and that's any team should be doing that. So I think everybody has that fuel to them, and nobody feels like we're complacent. I don't like to live with regrets, because if I sat there and thought about that, it'll be pointless, and I got a season to worry about next year. So I'm going to just continue to work on myself, work on what I can handle, I can control. And my number one goal now, obviously, is making it through 17 games, being there for my team every single game.
I think Pep's doing a good job of establishing the run for this offense, then mixing a lot of play actions, to get teams on their toes. So I think that he's doing a good job, and I think us as a O-line is, working towards being one of the best units in this league this year. So I feel like the offense has a lot of room to grow. I think we're doing a pretty good job so far. Knowing where I'm playing, one position, yes, I'm playing right tackle. Feels good to be back out there. That's why I played most of my whole career. I feel comfortable. I'm getting better every day. I look at this year as a big year to take another step up and be one of the best right tackles in the NFL.
So those were the sound bites from today's practice, and one of the things I did want to share with you on today's recap, notice I don't have a guest today, but I did have a guest yesterday. His name is Chad Beebe, one of the wide receivers in that crowded room that I talked about before. Now you might recognize that last name, Beebe. Well, that's because his dad played with the Buffalo Bills for a long time, was a part of those Super Bowl runs, and most famously, well, he knocked the ball out of Leon Lett's hand in the Super Bowl. Who can forget that play? Well, Chad, for one, has seen that play many, many times. I talked to him about his place on this team right now, that play, the influence his father had on him, and what it's like to get another opportunity after going undrafted and being picked up now by another NFL team to prove his worth. Chad, great to talk to you. It's the first day of pads. How was it today compared to the first 2?
Yeah, no, I just, when you start throwing the pads on, obviously there's more energy, right? Longer practice, guys are coming out, and there's just an extra level of expectation and just an extra level of excitement too, to get these pads on and play real football. So.
Speaking of expectations, what are the expectations that you have set for yourself coming here to the Texans from where you were with Minnesota, now coming here with the Texans? What do you want these guys to know about you as a player?
Yeah, I don't want to sound cliche, right? But truthfully, every single year for me, it's wanting to come in and just show hard determination and a guy who's going to come to work every single day. And that's what I want them to see me as here, too, as well, And that's never going to change. It's always going to be kind of who I am and what I want to put forward. But, expectations for me going forward is just trying to continue to learn this playbook and make sure I know what I'm doing when I'm on the field.
Coming from where you did, getting signed, undrafted free agent, getting your opportunities, do you ever kind of still have those moments where you're like, shoot, I'm living it. This is what I wanted to do for so long?
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, it's a kid's dream, to play a game like this at professional level. And I'm going to continue to chase that dream until the good Lord leads me in elsewhere. So it's a passion of mine, and I'm super excited to be here, I can tell you that.
When it comes to football, is this just pretty much something that you always wanted to do? I know you grew up around it with your dad. You get those questions a lot, but is this something that you always wanted in your life?
Yeah, it's a great question, you know. And it's funny because, yeah, my dad played 9 years, right? And he also played wide receiver like me. But growing up, he never really made me feel like I had to play, which was pretty cool. I didn't really understand at the time. Now I do as a dad of myself. But it just, from a young age, was a passion of mine, you know. The good Lord gave me some talent to play it, and I just wanted to do the best I could to be the best I could at this game. So, and now I'm here.
Do you ever look at yourself on film and then look at your dad and be like, hey, wait a minute, there's a lot of similarities there. Does that ever pop up, or does he mention any of that to you?
Yeah, it's funny you said that too, because a lot of family will also tell us that, and that's how you know they're telling the truth, right? Because they saw both. I wasn't there, right, when he was playing, but you know, some of my aunts and uncles, even my mom and my grandparents, they've all said that, which is pretty cool. So,
when did you become aware, really, of kind of the impact that he had on the field? People mention your dad's name, people know who he is. Obviously, one play in particular comes up, but he was such a big part in so many Super Bowl teams.
Yeah, no, he was. And, you know, I think it was actually when I was in high school, freshman or sophomore year, I actually walked into his den, his office, and he was opening up some fan mail still to this day. He still gets it from that Leon Lett play. And it just kind of dawned on me the impact that this game can have, right? Even just one play. And that play has just had ripple effects for all kinds of people, just never giving up, you know, and for me that hit home. And I kind of wanted to live that same way, you know, that just never give up, you know. At the end of the day, the world's going to knock you down 1,000 times, right? But it's people that get back up, right, that really shows their true character, and it's motivating.
Your dad, Don, played for the Buffalo Bills. I forgot to mention that at the beginning. Do you remember the first time you saw that Leon Lett play?
Oh, man. You know, I don't remember the exact time, but
not to be cliche myself, but I'm sure you get asked about this all the time.
I've seen it many a times. I'm sure it was back in middle school. You know, I'm searching on YouTube. My dad, he didn't talk about football much, you know, so I had to really ask him questions if I wanted to know anything.
Why was that? Why didn't he talk about football? He just wanted you guys to make your own decisions, or what was his mindset behind that?
Yeah, that was part of it. I mean, he wanted us, you know, he just didn't want to make me feel like I had to play football, you know, because it comes with a lot of pressure. I'm the only son of three sisters, you know, and
there's pressure.
Yeah, a little bit, and he didn't want to make me feel that way, you know, and now that I'm a father of my own, you know, I can understand why he didn't want that to be the focal point, you know. He just wanted to be my dad first more than anything, and he did a great job of it, and I appreciate it.
You've been through camps now. This is now your 4th year, right, out of college? Is this your 4th year?
I'm going in my fifth year.
Fifth year. Yeah. What have you learned from previous camp experiences that you could take into preseason games to get yourself on film to make sure coaches realize what you can bring to this team?
Yeah, you just have to take advantage of the opportunity, right? Because in preseason, you have so many people on the roster, right? 9-man roster, and everybody's trying to make plays. And so when your number's called, you just have to be ready. So that's not just knowing what you're doing on the field, but also preparing your body, preparing your mind from a mental state, not just playbook-wise, but like being ready mentally. Don't make it too big, you know. Just it's at the end of the day, it's still football, and enjoy it. That's the biggest thing. Enjoy it. I still remember my first preseason game against Denver when I was with Minnesota. Gosh, this was 2018, and just running out of the tunnel for the first time was like, wow, this is amazing. You know, it's a preseason game, but I felt on top of the world.
Dude, you're there. This is it. I mean, you're in the NFL at that point. I know it's preseason, but you're in the NFL.
100%. And you just want to go out there and have fun. I know that's what I did. And so any rookie that I talk to, I'm just like, man, enjoy it, you know. Because even if you play 10 years, it's going to feel like one. It's going to go by so fast.
Chad, thanks, man. Chad Beebe, appreciate you. I hope you get those opportunities that you're looking for.
Yeah, thank you.
Chad's great. Those are the type of guys that you root for in training camp like this. I just hope he gets the opportunities to show the coaching staff that he belongs on this team. Okay, day 4 in the books. Hope you enjoyed this recap. We'll be back with more tomorrow. I'm actually going to take a few days off. I'll be back Friday, hopefully with a couple more interviews to share with you guys and give you a little bit of an update on how this team is doing as training camp rolls on here at NRG Stadium. I'll see you guys later.